Hello, hockey fans. Well, this is it. The final Saturday of the regular season. 11 games on the schedule, and two of them got started. I'm a little bit late with this. Yeah, two of them got started. Islanders got started, and Jackets and Washington got started. Both, well, one's an intermission, the other second period just started, and they're kind of important games because they're connected. Well, one was connected to some scenarios, but each game has two teams face elimination. As teams face elimination, but yeah, 11 games on the slate, and quite a bit can be decided. Quite a bit can be decided on this hockey Saturday, the last hockey Saturday of the regular season. Two divisions and two of the three remaining playoff spots can be locked up. Let's get things started, shall we? The Winnipeg Jets can wrap up everything, well, everything to this point. The Central and number one in the Western Conference, which is a big deal because number one seed means you get home ice throughout 3 rounds. Your division's bracket and the conference final, just like Washington has in the East. In the West, all they have to do is go to overtime, get 1 point against the Blackhawks, or any result in the Dallas game other than a regulation win. Even so, basically, if that Dallas game goes to overtime, the Jets get it. And of course, this will be the best the Jets have ever done because throughout their entire history, and this includes their history as the Atlanta Thrashers, since 1999, they've only won one division title, and that was as the Thrashers. They have never finished first in the division since they moved to Winnipeg in 2011. So, so this will be a big boom for the Jets, for sure. Vegas has another chance to win the Pacific. All they have to do is beat. All they have to do is beat Nashville in regulation. That's it. Or if if they beat Nashville post regulation, overtime shootout, either way, they will need the result of the Kings game against the Avs to result in anything other than a Kings regulation win. I think we can take care of that. Or if Vegas only gets 1 point, the Kings have to lose to us in any fashion. We could definitely take care of that. Or they can just get to the division before they can get to the division before Vegas takes the ice. If we beat LA in regulation, yeah, we'll definitely take care of that, even without McKinnon. Vegas, they get that top spot in the division to play one of the wild cards, either Minnesota, St. Louis, or I have to say Calgary because yes, Calgary's still alive after that win on Friday. Speaking of Minnesota, it's take two for the Wild. They had a chance to clinch last night, but the Flames had other plans. The Flames still have a pulse in this thing. They need quite a bit to happen, but there is time. But as for Minnesota, they have another chance to clinch. All they have to do is beat the Canucks, and St. Louis has to lose in regulation. The Blues have lost back-to-back games ever since that winning streak ended. They lost back-to-back games since winning 12 in a row. They lost to Winnipeg and they lost to Edmonton, and now they're playing Seattle. They should beat Seattle, but who knows? Who knows? But yeah, if the Wild win and the Blues lose in regulation, then Minnesota is in, despite everything they've been through. Last but not least, les habitants have a chance to get in again. They could have got in last night with a regulation win, but the Senators had other plans. It was a pretty good game, and it pretty much showed that the Senators. It definitely looks like they're gonna finish no lower than the first wild card spot, which would put them against whoever wins the Atlantic, most most likely Toronto, Battle of Ontario. Excited, but the Canadians have a chance to get in. Speaking of Toronto, that's who they're playing tonight. Canadians, maybe it's always fun when they get together. If they beat Toronto regulation, that'll do it. Or if they beat the Leafs in an overtime shootout and any result in the Blue Jackets game other than the Jackets regulation win, that might be a problem because the Jackets are currently up 3-0. Or and the second one might be a problem too. The 1 point and the Jackets lose to the Capitals in any fashion. Like I said, that might be a problem because the Jackets currently have a 3-0 lead. And update, it's now 4-0. So the Canadians are just gonna have to try to. The Canadians are gonna just have to try to beat Toronto in regulation because I don't think Washington's gonna come back from this. There's only one team that knows how to come back from 4-0, and plus Washington's kind of scaling back. They got the number one in the East. I don't know if they're trying to. I don't know if Washington's trying to avoid the President's Trophy. He's hoping they do because it's kind of a jinx. We did, and look how that worked out. But 3 years ago. But anyway, so best bet Canadians. The Canadians just need to see if they can win against Toronto in regulation. Otherwise, they'll have to wait. But their chances are good because the teams below them, they're hanging by a thread. So those are the scenarios, and if Minnesota or Montreal clinch, I'll be back here talking about it because the others are division clinches, and I usually talk about teams who get in. So if Minnesota or Montreal get in, I'll be back here talking about it.